While the Jaguars season is over, many now looking ahead, not necessarily to next year, but what'll happen if the city begins to renovate the stadium? Will the team play here or somewhere else? News for Jax reporter Jim Pickett has been following the talks between the city and the Jags and shows us where it all stands right now.
So I'm here at the stadium, and I know it still looks the same behind me, but talks are continuing for renovations to keep the team in town. Now, with the Sky 4 drone, I'm going to use that to help tell this story, because as they talk, they got to decide what's going to happen with the team. Where will they play if renovations take place? Well, what we're kind of hearing is in 2026, we could see maybe the upper decks of the stadium, those seats way at top, that area be closed, and people would sit in the lower levels and they could play here. Now, the following season, when they'd have to do more renovations, the team would play somewhere else. Nothing has been decided at this point, but that's what's being talked about, along with the cost of this entire project. These plans for what's called the Stadium of the Future may not be what the future actually holds. We could see some changes as the city and the Jags try to come to a deal. For fans and taxpayers, well, there's plenty of questions, particularly about the cost and what the stadium could end up looking like. There's still a lot of concern about where the team will play. Would you want to see them play the games away for 2 years and get it all done? Play maybe, they're talking about doing 1 year here?
Oh, definitely. I think that the sooner the better, so if it takes to push games out to where fans can get back and get on a regular schedule, I think that would be great, sacrifice for now and save on the back end where fans can enjoy it.
When we spoke with Jaguar President Mark Lamping 2 weeks ago, one idea was playing the 2026 season at home with limited capacity while construction took place, then moving the games out of town the following year to finish up renovations. Today, I talked to the city's chief negotiator, Mike Weinstein, by phone, and that idea, well, it's just that, an idea. Playing games while renovations are taking place, is that something that is being discussed?
The idea of trying to only be away one season rather than the two is possible, but not necessarily doable. We need more information. We need to make sure we don't jeopardize the finished product. It would be great if we could make it happen, but we've got to make sure the schedule works. We got to make sure it's completed on time, and we have to see how much more it'll cost.
And that's the big question, because they're only talking stadium upgrades and not the surrounding grounds. Right now, one price tag being thrown around is $1.4 billion for just the stadium. That price could and likely will change. Right now, they're also waiting for an overall assessment of the current stadium. 4 companies are vying to do that study, and in the next week or so, we could learn who will get that job.
So we're moving appropriately. Everything is sort of on track. It's very complicated.
Both sides hope we could have an agreement on the stadium renovations and lease by this summer, but that would still need approval from the city council and the NFL. So at this point, it appears no one has scored. Jim Pickett, Channel 4, the local station.